Hello everyone, welcome back to Crochet Delight. I'm Barbara and welcome back to another installment of Hot Off the Hook Friday. So, sorry that it's a little dark in here. I tried having the light on above me, but it is causing a worse problem where it's kind of blinding behind me and making me into a shadow, so I decided not to use that. Because I think you'll be able to see this just fine here. So, I am working on an old project, so I've got that beside me, but I've also got something that I finished, and I was able to finish this Monday night. I stayed up until like 10 o'clock at night finishing it. I had yarn from Panda Yarns, and I still had the color Periwinkle, which was one of the first yarns that I had ever gotten from her, and well, I had about 500, maybe a little more than 500 yards of it left over, so I decided to use it up, and I chose a blouse. So this is the blouse, and yes, you see the armholes are pretty big. That's just the way the pattern is. You pretty much go back into the pattern and work the armholes. Sorry, I've been up all morning, and my body's apparently not used to it, but it's supposed to have long sleeves and it's supposed to be a dress, but I didn't have enough to do a dress, so I decided, well, let's go with something a little different. Let's try not doing the sleeves, and I actually kind of like it. I could go back and put a single crochet border around this portion of the sleeve, but I'm oddly okay with it not being that way. So it kind of goes all the way up here, so it's actually just about perfect for the sleeves in my opinion. I love the little pattern right here at the very end. I mean, I did have to shorten it a little bit by, instead of doing treble crochets, I did double crochets at the very end because I was running out and I wanted to finish the pattern. But yeah, so that's pretty much the only thing I've completed, and I've got it ready to set aside. It is for sale, and it is on my Poshmark, and if you don't have Poshmark, you can obviously just contact me if you're interested in purchasing it or anything else that I have. So that blouse I actually really like, so I decided to make a dress, and you guys know that I'm working on something with this. This is a cherry blossom fabric, and I decided I made the waist to a dress, so this is the skirt portion, but I'm going to try and make the skirt a little longer underneath than what I originally wanted. So you guys saw this yarn, and I should actually go get the tag, but I might wait. This was the 675 yards that I had gotten from Panda Yarns as like a little extra thing, and it starts out with this beautiful purple and works into this beautiful light pink, and then it goes to a white, and this was actually the reverse of a color that she had. And oh goodness, I just undid a stitch. Oh well. And that's back to how it was. So I took the pattern that I just did in the blouse, and I've been working on it in this color, but I'm doing something completely different. So the armholes are like twice as big because I'm going to be having this sit off of my shoulders, and with how big the pattern actually let me go, and with the size hook that I use, and the type of yarn that I use, it actually allowed it to sit just about the exact way that I wanted it to on my shoulders. I don't have to put any type of elastic band, which I have plenty of, kind of. This elastic band is my favorite and it's getting hard to find. But anyways, so I don't have to use any type of elastic band on the top portion, and this is about how much I've got it done. And I did tell you guys that I was going to film when I went to go and use this, and technically I am, technically I'm not. This is such a long process, and the pattern I chose is actually a paid pattern that I got off of Etsy, and I like to respect those that make the patterns. I can find a spot to set this. Alright, I like to respect those that make the patterns that I use. So there is a copyright law, and if I actually showed the full process, you guys could easily pick it up, and that would be in violation of the copyright law, and I don't want to do that, because one, copywriting is bad, and two, it's stealing somebody else's work. So what designers allow is you can make the item and you can sell the item, but you have to give credit where it's due, and you do not copyright the pattern. I mean, I could literally, these are charts for these patterns all over the internet, and I could take any of those and just start making tutorials on how to follow the charts, because there's like a million different little charts, and that's mostly what this lady uses is charts. And with me, I can actually follow a chart really well. But there's this pattern right here that is really nice, and I love how that turns out. But this lady is really good at determining sizes and how to work around it, and to figure out what you need for the waist, what you need for the bust, and all of that. And her patterns look very complicated, and you guys know her because I've said her before, Design Gala. You can find her on Instagram, on Etsy, on many different places. I think Ravelry even. So her patterns are gorgeous. She takes a lot of time and puts a lot of effort into her patterns, and just like everybody else does for their crocheted creations, they put a lot of time into them. So I know, and all of you know, the time that gets put into making a design. So I want to respect those. So my video is just every now and then taking pictures of how far I've gotten with it, and you guys will be seeing the finished product when I get to it. And I keep looking to that side when I need to look to this side. Ugh, goodness, my head is not in it. But anyways, I like to respect everybody's rights and all of that, so there is no copywriting. I'm not showing how the pattern is being worked. I'm not showing any stealing of any type of pattern. I'm literally just showing my progress in this, and that's pretty much the only way that I can respect the creator of the pattern, and two, myself, and three, respect the craft itself. So, sorry that it won't be a full-on tutorial or like with my spinning videos, a 19-minute long video sometimes, but the video will be up as soon as I get it done. Let's see. I last updated it last night, but I still have quite a ways to go. I can actually show you on here. I am just starting this portion. I'm like right here on that. So I actually got quite a bit done, and it's gonna look a lot better on than on a hanger. Never looks that great on a hanger, and then you go and put it on and it looks a lot better. So I'm hoping that with the style that I want to achieve, it'll work out great. I'm going for more of an off the shoulder, but I want it so that it rests off the shoulder and I'm not making it go off the shoulder. But when it comes to the skirt, you guys probably noticed this. That is because I want it to be an open skirt. I want this to be like an overlay. So I actually have a spot, let's see, on this to show where the overlay will be going, and I actually went a couple rows above, about 2 rows above. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be taking part of this apart, even though I actually kind of like that it's got a little bit of a thick band right there. I might just attach it onto there and go from there, because I really don't want to take away from the skirt. I want this to be an overlay, but I still want there to be a pattern. So it's a little complicated, and you guys are probably being tossed everywhere in your own minds trying to follow my mind right now. So I'm not even going to try to explain the rest of it. The other thing is I am working on an afghan, and the guy that I do doggy drop-ins for, I take care of a couple of his dogs while he's away at work and take care of some chickens while he's at work, went out of his way and got some yarn, and he got about an entire little bag of it. And I actually really love how soft this is. This yarn is by Red Heart. It's Red Heart Infinity. It's 129 yards, so this isn't gonna go that far on a blanket. So I'm probably gonna use up all of these on here. But the colorway is Thunder on this, and right about there is pretty true to the color. And it does have a little bit of a pattern in it, but I'm not a big fan of those patterns, but I might try it. But anyways, so he wanted a couple different colors, red, blue, and gray. So this is it so far, and right at the very edge is where I'm working the color Thunder, which is this really thick and soft yarn, and it's actually pretty good. What was that made out of? Probably should have looked to see what it was made out of. It's probably acrylic. It usually is. Aha! It's 69% acrylic, 11% wool and 10% polyester, 6% nylon, and 4% metallic. So there's 11% of wool in here. I'm not sure if he's gonna like that, because I don't know if he's allergic to wool, but it's such a low amount of wool that it shouldn't bother anybody. So if I ever go to work with this yarn again, I am gonna have to label on whatever it is I make with it that it does contain wool, and all the other fibers I have to acknowledge that, and that's a really good thing to do. I know I'm blabbering, but a lot of people forget to write what the material is when they go to sell something. So if you go to sell something and somebody asks you, hey, what's it made out of? It's a good thing to have a tag with what that is made out of. So I would most likely, just for the sake of it, cut that little portion out that says how much of each one since there's a lot in it. There's like 5 different materials in this. So if I don't have enough space on my tag to write it all, I would cut that out. So, but alright, that's actually it for this week's Hot Off the Hook Friday. So if you enjoyed this content and enjoy any of my others, please subscribe, please hit the like, please share my videos, and I hope to see you guys next time. So have a delightful day and happy hooking, everyone. Bye!